and vanilla fragrances. We're in 4 different categories of vanilla. We're gonna find your ideal vanilla fragrance. Okay, that's too heavy. Is it 10? 10, yes, it's 10. These 3 categories are classic vanillas, gourmand vanillas, and far out vanillas. For those people who are not so obsessed with the thought of a vanilla fragrance, I'm like, no, listen, let me show you. There's truly something for everyone, whether in the type of scents you like or what type of budget you're working with. At the end of the day, you don't have to break the bank to smell good, so we love that. Of course, we're gonna start with the classic vanillas. Your straightforward vanilla fragrance. It's not too out there, and if you smell it, even the average fragrance consumer would be like, okay, there's some vanilla in there, and there's nothing out there about this at all. So we've got 3 fragrances in this category, starting with the most affordable fragrance in this whole video, which is Choco Musk. According to the name, it's giving chocolate and musky, but honestly, this is a vanilla fragrance. Choco Musk smells like vanilla extract and marshmallow powder. Also, it has a chocolatey undertone, like it kind of makes you think of chocolate milk, but it's still super vanilla in that way. Like, you know how vanilla extract kind of smells a bit deep and rich? It has that vibe, but also like marshmallow powder. Like when you open a bag of marshmallows and that powder kind of wafts up at you, that's what this gives me. This is roughly $7 to $10 on Amazon, so it's pretty affordable, and it's like always in stock. And I'll have this and everything else linked down below for you. But in general, this is very inexpensive. It's a very straightforward and sweet vanilla. I either like to wear this at night because it's really soft, or I like to layer it with other fragrances that I have, whether it's something more rich and I want it to be a little bit sweeter, or whether it's another vanilla fragrance and I want to just like go over the top with the vanilla, I will spray this. This is great for year-round wear, but it also is perfect for that cozy weather, especially because it does kind of remind you of like hot cocoa with marshmallows. It does have that cozy feel to it. Also, there's an oil that smells really good. I don't have the Choco Musk oil. I think if you're more into like sophisticated vanillas, this might not be your vibe, or like something super like classy, because this is very like cozy and comforting, and it smells really pretty and like cozy, you know? Yeah, this smells like milk chocolate for sure, like a white chocolate bar. So low-key, this might be in the gourmand category as well, but other gourmand fragrances I have are a little bit more gourmand than this. The next vanilla fragrance we're going to talk about is probably one of the most popular vanilla fragrances out there right now. This is Vanilla 28 by Kayali. Ooh, this smells so good. I guess technically you can wear anything year round, but this is like such a rich vanilla that I would save this for fall, winter, spring, and not like the dead of summer. It's brown sugar vanilla. Will I spray it? I will. Because I don't want to spray everything. I do have 10 fragrances in this video, but this just smells so good. Now that it's getting colder, I think this will be such a banger. The top notes are vanilla orchid, creamy jasmine, middle notes of vanilla infusion, vanilla Sur Absolute, tonka bean accord, and base notes of vanilla orchid, tonka absolute, amber woods, musk, and brown sugar. What that translates to, ooh, it smells so good. This is like a slightly floral, super brown sugar, vanilla extract type of fragrance. Notes of tonka bean and musk and amber give it that depth that make it so like nighttime appropriate or winter appropriate. It has a level of depth to it that, for example, Choco Musk does not have. And the florals, like the jasmine, vanilla orchid, and creamy jasmine, those are like soft florals that don't make it like a floral fragrance. It does make the vanilla like more unique and not gourmand. If you like bare vanilla from Victoria's Secret, this would be like the adult version of that. So sweet and like kind of edible in that way, but it's not like fruity gourmand. It's just like alluring. It's so alluring. It smells so good. Yeah, this is gonna go crazy during the like fall, winter, spring era. Granted, you can for sure wear this year round, but I think some of these other vanillas I'm gonna talk about, I was more so gravitating towards during the spring and summer. But now that it's colder outside, this is gonna be such a good vanilla to wear. Travel size is around $30. A 1.7 ounce is $100, and a 3.4 ounce is $138. So in comparison to that $10, $15 Choco Musk, this is a bit of a this is a bit of a prettier penny. Definitely before investing in it, spray it on yourself, make sure you like it. Yeah, Vanilla 28 is like a Hall of Fame vanilla. Last classic vanilla we're going to talk about. I don't want to say everything's my favorite because like everything is my favorite here, but this is Black Opium Le Parfum. I think this is one of my favorite fragrances because of how like it's such a classy vanilla similar to Vanilla 28, and it layers so well with so many things. And so it's a little bit more bright than, for example, like Vanilla 28. So this is something I still do wear year round. It says it has top notes of pear, cinnamon, and green mandarin. I don't know about the pear, I don't know about the cinnamon, but the top is pretty bright, and then middle notes of jasmine, sambac, and orange blossom, which I do believe, and then base notes of Madagascar vanilla, bourbon vanilla, and vanilla absolute, so a combination of vanillas, and also vanilla orchid, and then coffee, and also patchouli. If you're familiar with Black Opium, the Black Opium collection, the original is super sweet and also has coffee, and I do like the original, but this is like so different from the original. You almost don't even smell that original Black Opium DNA in it. This is like a vanilla fragrance, period. And I love that they kind of differentiated it intensely from the other Black Opium flankers, because some of the other flankers, it just smells like the original Black Opium perfume, so it's like, what's the point of the flanker? But that's neither here nor there. This is like a warm, spicy, floral vanilla. It's very classy, and it's so strong that I love like layering it, spraying it first, and maybe spraying something else on top if I need to like increase the longevity of a fragrance, or if I want to increase the sweetness or the vanilla factor in a fragrance, because this has so much vanilla in it. Madagascar vanilla, so super sweet. Bourbon vanilla, so like kind of dark and boozy. And then what was the third vanilla they said? Oh, vanilla absolute, so like absolutely vanilla. No, I'm just kidding. Vanilla orchid, so like a slightly floral vanilla. And then also there's notes of coffee in here. Like on my skin, I don't really smell that so like notably. It is a deep, strong floral vanilla. It smells so good on its own, but also it smells really good layered. How like Vanilla 28 is brown sugar bomb, this is a classy take on a vanilla. It's like classy, luxurious, smells expensive, smells really good and alluring at the same time. So I think this is just, it's such a good vanilla. It's definitely the most expensive perfume probably in the whole video. Yeah, sorry. Okay, I do really like it though, but unfortunately I think a lot of designer fragrances like increase their prices sometime this year. A 1 ounce of this fragrance is 118. 1.6 ounce is 167. And then a 3 ounce fragrance for this perfume is 205. Okay, so I swear it was not that expensive when I bought it. Actually, I used Ulta points to buy this. So shout out to Ulta because their point system is like peak. It's way better than Sephora's, because I was able to get this full size. This is a 3 ounce. Yeah, this is a 3 fluid ounce perfume. I was able to get this for free with my Ulta points. Even at that point, I think this was last year sometime. I think it was a little bit cheaper. It's unfortunate. So definitely spray this on yourself in store to make sure you really like it. You'll probably be good. This next category is Gourmand Vanillas. Gourmand is essentially like an edible fragrance. It smells edible. So this category fragrance is for people who don't mind that edible component in their perfume. I typically am not the most like gourmand crazy person. Like I would prefer my vanilla to be balanced out by a little bit of musk, a little bit of like a slight little smidgen of floral, but these are gourmands that to me they're crowd pleasing. These are like entry-level gourmands to me. They're not like so foodie. Low-key they are, but in a good way. I don't know, let's just get into it. The first perfume we're going to talk about in the gourmand section is the most affordable of the bunch. Low-key the gourmand section is pretty affordable, so that's good news. Empire Victor, so this is my favorite of the bunch for sure. This is truly my favorite like gourmand fragrance right now, and probably like my top 5 favorite fragrances in general right now, and probably for the last 6 months. When did I get this? I feel like I got it like at the top of the year or something. I forget when I got this, but I love it. So Empire Victor, first of all, the packaging is so cute, but this is like a lemon buttercream frosting vanilla fragrance. Okay, on their website it has notes, top notes of bergamot and lemon, so that's that citrus. You more so smell the lemon in here, but it's not a sharp lemon, it's a very soft lemon, and it gives like lemon glaze. The middle notes are jasmine and caramel. That jasmine allows it to still smell like a perfume. It makes it not smell like a crumble cookie. And then of course caramel is so sweet, but I don't really smell the caramel as such, but it does contribute to the sweetness. And then in the base you have musk, which gives it that fluffiness. Vanilla, of course, this is a vanilla video, okay, so we have to have vanilla. To me it smells like, as you're blending like a lemon buttercream frosting in those KitchenAids, like it's the air you're smelling while you're dumping in that powdered sugar, you're dumping in the lemon extract, you're dumping in the whipped cream, and they're all blending together. You're just smelling all that in the air. That's what Empire Victor smells like to me. It is so good. If you have smelled Hard to Get by Forever Mood, this is like her little sister. This is lighter and more like airy and fluffy, and yeah, I just love this perfume, and it's so affordable. Affordability is relative, but for a 3.4 ounce, which is the only size I have, so it's this size, it's around $35 to $40 on Amazon. You know, the prices fluctuate on these websites, but it's $35 to $40 on Amazon, on Khadlaj.com. This perfume is from Khadlaj. I got this from Beauty House US through TikTok Shop, similar price, so you know, around that price range. Very affordable, extremely worth it, smells so good, and this is probably my favorite fragrance in this video. I'm not even gonna spray it on myself because I know what this smells like the back of my hand. I wear this morning, noon, and night, and I feel like this gets a lot of compliments too. That's always a plus, and it has pretty good longevity even considering the price and how like light and airy this fragrance is. I'm gonna stop talking about this because I could talk about this for another 10 minutes, but we don't have that kind of time. The next fragrance in this Gourmand Vanilla category is Cloud Candy, also by Khadlaj. Khadlaj has been in their bag with the gourmands lately, and I'm so here for it. This is a strawberry marshmallow vanilla. This is low-key a dupe for a Kayali perfume. So it smells a little bit different because I have Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow. This is a little bit more airy and fluffy and musky than Yum Bougie Marshmallow. This is Gourmand because it smells like strawberries and marshmallows. I feel like a lot of people were describing Cloud Candy as like a strawberry milkshake, but that to me has like a dense quality to it that this doesn't have. This is so light and airy and kind of powdery. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's powdery, but not, I feel like powdery people associate that with like, oh, that smells like grandma, which is derogatory because these grandmas smell, they have good taste in perfume, you know. This is so like sweet, airy, marshmallow fluffy. I feel like I said this for Choco Musk, but like think about opening a bag of marshmallows, but this would be those pink marshmallows. Opening a box of like Nesquik, strawberry Nesquik, like that we used to drink as kids. That's what that smells like, but with more sugar. Yeah. And then also like a Cool Whip. So this is so sweet. It smells like dessert. The notes are strawberry, whipped cream, marshmallow, sugar, raspberry, vanilla, coconut, white musk, ambroxan, tangerine, and freesia. Things that ground it and make it not so foody are the vanilla, the musk, the ambroxan, and also the coconut. I feel like coconut gives things like such an airy quality if done well. Coconut is not my favorite note ever, but in here it's just done so well. I would say this has a low to medium projection. It's not a beast mode fragrance or super strong as some of the other ones I've mentioned. This is $40 to $45, and this is a eau de parfum. Everything in this video, although I might need to check on Choco Musk. I don't know if Choco Musk is. To my knowledge, everything in this video is an EDP, and those last longer than like a eau de toilette, for example, because it has a stronger oil concentration as opposed to alcohol. It's like $40, so I overspray everything, but I overspray this as well, and so it lasts. It's just so pretty, feminine, girly. Strawberry marshmallow whipped cream goodness. This is around $40 to $45, so still across the board, different vendors, relatively affordable in terms of this perfume list. We've got Cream Velvet, also by Khadlaj. I'm just now realizing all of the gourmand category is Khadlaj. It seems like Khadlaj has a really good grasp of the gourmand fragrances. This is the most gourmand of the category. Gourmand lovers, this is your time to shine. Cream Velvet to me smells like a milky caramel candy vanilla. Like, you know those caramel candies growing up that someone at church always had in their purse? Low-key, that was a strawberry candy. So maybe that would have been a good example for Cream Velvet or Cloud Candy. So caramely and milky and sweet, but it also has like a slight spice to it. It smells so good. So that probably is what makes it the most foodie of the bunch, because it's so like creamy and milky and caramelly. Like caramel is such a thick, dense syrup. Like when you get that extra caramel in your latte or whatever, it's so thick and dense. So think of that. Caramel mixed with like heavy cream and like thrown on ice, because this still has a level of freshness that makes it smell like a cold drink, if that makes sense. The notes in this fragrance are top notes of caramel and butter. Now butter is crazy, but like I get why they said that. You don't smell like a stick of butter wearing this, but I think that just goes to show how foodie this is. Middle notes of honey, tonka, and jasmine. So jasmine kind of saves the day with this one a little bit, and so does tonka. And then base notes of vanilla, musk, and amber. So that makes it fluffy, sweet, and vanilla-y. This really does smell like a what are those caramel candy called? Like Werther's? Something like that. This is straight up caramel. I can't even say caramel latte because there's no coffee. Like a caramel milkshake in that way. Like it's so densely caramel, super sweet, milky, and like as far off gourmand you can go with still being like vanilla and like a perfume. This is the most expensive of this category. Well, actually no, it's not. It's $35 to $40, so similar as Empire Victor, but less than Cloud Candy. So that rounds out our Gourmand Vanilla category. And so this last category of vanilla, it has the most fragrances, and this is our like Wildcard Vanilla category. Some of these are fresh, some of these are floral, some of these are a little unique, but let's just get into it. Honestly, some of these you wouldn't even know there's vanilla in it. I think this is for those people who they're not so obsessed with the thought of a vanilla fragrance, but I'm like, no, listen, let me show you. There's so much more to vanilla than like smelling like a cupcake, which, hey, I love that. This is Yara by Lattafa, and so this went viral on TikTok. I don't know what year it went viral, but it did go viral at some point. I was obsessed with this perfume for like 2 years straight. Wore this all day, every day for like 2 years in a row. It was my jam, and it still is. But that's just goes to show how much I love this perfume. Almost wouldn't know there's vanilla until it starts to dry down. Like a soft floral, powdery, sweet fragrance. It's fresh and a little fruity, but like barely fruity. Not fruity in the sense of like how much you can smell the strawberry in Cloud Candy. I love trying to like give an example of like real life, like what something would smell like in real life. Like you smell like a whole bunch of like berries and stuff on a cart in the distance. That's what this is giving. There's top notes of orchid and heliotrope, which are florals, tangerine, that adds to that fruitiness. In the middle notes, there's gourmand accord, which is kind of, you know, like what does that mean? But it's just like something kind of gourmand. Middle notes of tropical fruits as well, and then base notes of vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. Tropical fruit makes you feel like, oh, this is gonna be like some beachy type of perfume, but I don't know what tropical fruits they're thinking of. Maybe like papaya or something. I feel like this is the embodiment of a feminine fragrance. It's so light and like fresh, but not fresh in a floral way. You just got out the shower and you just smell like that. But also it's not a your skin but better. This is such a hard perfume to describe, and I feel like people on TikTok like saw the pink bottle and were like, oh, this smells like a strawberry milkshake. This does not smell like a strawberry milkshake. At least to me, this is a really good fragrance for like everyday wear, or even like a signature scent, obviously, because I used to wear it every day. It has like a level of tartness, unripe fruit. I just love how this smells. It's a little bit hard to describe. I really do like Yara, and I think if you're someone who isn't obsessed with vanilla fragrances, I think this would be a good fragrance to check out because of how softly floral and like feminine this fragrance is, but it's still grounded with the musk and the sandalwood and the vanilla and the amber. I feel like there's gotta be amber in here. Like this is so amber and musky. Generally, you can find this fragrance out there from $25 to $35. If you find it for more than $35, keep shopping. But I will have it linked down below. If you've tried this fragrance before, let me know how you feel about it and what you think it smells like. Next on the Wildcard Vanilla category is Nebras. This is also by Lattafa. I think this was made to be a dupe for the Billie Eilish perfume, but I do think that this is a little bit different than the Billie Eilish perfume, and I say that in a good way. The Billie Eilish perfume is another really good vanilla fragrance. This has a little bit of like berry notes that differentiate it from the Billie Eilish. This is still a vanilla, but it has like a little bit of berry, a little bit of fruitness, but it's not so fruity and it's not like a super gourmand either. To me, Nebras is like a fresh, sugary, slightly berry, cocoa, musky perfume. with the vanilla. I'd also say amber is there. It smells like a vanilla cheesecake, but with a berry compote on top, but you've grabbed this like fresh out the freezer. It's not like a compote that has sat out all day. It's a compote that still has like ice sticks on it. It smells really good and fresh. This has notes of red berries, mandarin orange, vanilla, cacao, rose, sugar, tonka bean, amber, and musk. So super unique. This is one of the more musky vanillas of the bunch, and I think the mandarin and also the berries, I would say I smell the berries a little bit more than the mandarin, but I also believe that there's something a little bit citrusy in there. This is a bit of a fruity, musky vanilla. It also does remind me of cocoa for some reason. It smells slightly minty. It smells like something that was in the freezer. I don't know what note that would even be because it's not a true mint, but that gives it like an element of freshness, like fresh out the freezer, kind of cold berry cocoa powder vanilla scent. This is a really good like fresh gourmand vanilla fruity. Like there's a lot going on, so that's why I couldn't put it in any category. It's fruity, it's gourmand, it's fresh, it's vanilla. So this is so out there, and it has really good longevity. It projects pretty well as well, and it gets compliments as well. I feel like all of these perfumes have gotten compliments, which if a perfume smells good to you, wear it, but also it's fun to like get compliments too. Price range is kind of similar, $35 to $45, which I do think is a pretty good price because it smells like something you could get at like Sephora. This is a really good one. This is Angham by Lattafa. So this one also went viral on TikTok. This smells like the Princess of Genovia would wear this. Like this is so classy and pretty and like sophisticated. Whew, this is so good. This is like a spicy, rich, classy vanilla fragrance, but it's also really sweet, don't get me wrong, but it's sweet and sophisticated. Like this has ginger in it, which makes it so unique, and it also has some fruity notes. This has top notes of ginger, mandarin, and pink pepper. Okay, that's what I was forgetting, pink pepper. Okay, so think about it. You've got ginger, and if you've ever smelled like ginger root, it's fresh and spicy. It's not off-putting. It smells like a good spicy fresh. And then mandarin, that's like sweet, it's citrusy, it's fruity, and then pink pepper is like a sweet spice. It smells really good. So we've got that spiciness and freshness, like ginger and mandarin is super fresh, and spiciness in the opening, and in the middle we've got lavender, provides that sophistication. My first introduction to lavender in a fragrance was in YSL Libre, and that has lavender in it. That lavender gives it that, oh, this is serious. Like this is a PhD. Praline, so praline is like a candy, so sweet and like chocolatey sweet. Cacao, also chocolatey, although the cacao is not as strong. And then jasmine, so that just gives it that floral sophistication. It's a soft floral, so it's not so sharp. Let me spray it right here. The base, we've got vanilla, amber, and musk, and so that solidifies the sweetness, the fluffiness, and just how perfect this perfume is. So this is actually inspired by Burberry Goddess, like, and that's like a designer fragrance. Low key, I think this is a little bit better than Goddess. I've only sprayed Goddess on my skin in store, so take that with a grain of salt. But if you like Burberry Goddess, definitely try this out. If you've never tried Burberry Goddess and you're interested in a sophisticated, grown, rich, alluring, beautiful vanilla fragrance, definitely try out Angham by Lattafa because the price is right. Okay, it's $35 to $45. This smells like an expensive perfume. Even considering all the notes that are in this fragrance, it's so well blended, it's smooth, it's not confusing when you smell it. Because you know, sometimes when you smell something, you're like, it's too much going on. I'm confused. What is going on here? It's still like alluring and like, oh, what are you wearing? But it's not like, what's going on here? It smells so sweet, sophisticated, classy. It smells fresh in that opening, but it's still so sweet because of the vanilla and the musk. I think this is the most unique vanilla that I have, but this is going to bang in the fall and in the winter time. Like this is going to be so good in the colder months. I was at one of my friend's birthday party, like a cabin trip, and one of the girls like pulled this out of her collection. She's also like really into perfumes, and I'm like, you have Angham? And that was my first time spraying it on myself, because sometimes when things go viral, I'm not really checking for it because it can be too much. You will have the whole TikTok shop in your room and no one has time for that. When I sprayed this on myself, I was like, yo, what is that? And that was in, when was that? That was in Feb. So I think I got this in March or April. It is just so good. It's ideal for the colder months or in the evening wear. This would be great for an evening wear, but this is so good. And last but certainly not least, this is Cocoa Cream by Boy Smells. Honestly, now that I'm kind of smelling these like back to back, I feel like this is Yara's cousin. This is a coconutty, vanilla, musky, powdery scent. What's funny is I typically hate the coconut note. I feel like I said that at one point in this video. I don't love coconut as a note. I don't know why. I just don't love coconut in the way that it's typically been done, but I do love this one. So I feel like this is coconut for the people who don't typically like coconut scented perfumes. So coconut, I feel like I've said coconut so many times. What was that coconut?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Anyway, but this is like coconut vanilla. It has notes of ice cream, but it's not so dense ice creamy. This is like a lactonic coconut vanilla, slightly floral fragrance. In the way that I described Yara, it's super light and powdery, fresh, but the vanilla and the coconut make it kind of soft and creamy. And it does have an ice cream note, but it's not ice cream. But it's like you're thinking about ice cream, or maybe you open a tub of ice cream straight out the freezer and it's that cold sweetness like comes over you. That's what this gives. So those are my top 10 vanilla fragrances with a category for everyone. Let me know which category you most resonate with. If you resonate with the wildcard category, gourmand, or the classic vanillas. And also let me know which of the bunch is your favorite, whether I've mentioned any that you already know and love, or mentioned some that you're interested in trying out for yourself. You really enjoyed it as much as I did. Let me know what videos you're looking forward to watching in the future, whether in-depth reviews or if you guys like more of this large comparison type style video. So if you see that hype button down there, please hype my video. I would really appreciate that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.